Regidrago actually got so much better after Obsidian Flames. The new Geeta supporter lets you have a much more turbo approach instead of being a bit more slow with Arceus, and we still have a ton of amazing Dragon attackers to use. Goodra V-STAR, Noivern EX, and also the Dragonite from Silver Tempest to accelerate all of our energies. One thing you'll notice about my list here is I'm not playing Giratina V-STAR, and the reason for that is you don't really want to be losing energies with this deck, so Giratina does not make a lot of sense, even though it does a lot of damage. I'm playing two Goodra V-STARs because I want to not prize that card, because it is our main attacker and our best attacker in pretty much every single matchup. I'm trying to be straight consistency. I want to make sure we're getting that Geeta as quick and as consistent as possible, and if you really don't get Geeta on the first turn, you're probably losing the game most of the time. And to sort of protect those energies on the first turn, because that Regidrago could be vulnerable, we're playing the Diancie, so the plan is to Geeta onto a Drago to attach an energy to it, and then to hide behind a Diancie for a turn, and we path the Peak and Iono to be able to come back from dropping the early prize card. I have one game here where I feel like it illustrates some of the deck's strengths and weaknesses at the same time, so please enjoy the battle. So I'm taking Geeta Regidrago onto the ladder. I've tried to get Regidrago to work for a very long time, and I really haven't, and it's one of my favorite cards in Standard right now. It's a very unique card, and I just want to be able to get it to work, because like the issue with playing it with Arceus is you don't get to use those dragon attacks as early as turn 2, and things like Noivern you want to be using as soon as possible to jam that path in play, and you just like to be able to cut out that extra step if it's possible and consistent. So we're going to figure out if Geeta Regidrago is consistent enough to be able to be competitively viable. But it's funny, for context here, I literally faced Mega-like Pokemon right before this video. Pretty much started recording this one. And I literally just made that short earlier today about facing the same person twice. So, I don't know what's wrong with ptcg matchmaking right now, but it's really screwed up. I have not had this problem happen before. So, we have an amazing hand. We don't even squawk with this. The only thing I don't like is opening Drampa. I suppose just sacking Drampa is okay because then we get it in the discard pile. But Drampa isn't really that good in this matchup because Pao is one-shotting me 99% of the time. And we're not sitting behind Diancie. My opponent's going for the Lumineon. Wow, their hand is pretty weak then. They're afraid of getting screwed by Path. And since I just played this person, I know that they know. Oh, for a seal. So that's very interesting for a Pidgeot build to just be ditching all the extra V-Star Pokemon and then be like Lumineon for a Sealstone. And there's probably like Starmie or some other Vs to be able to use that for a Sealstone, probably not just the one Lumineon. It's interesting because if you don't have Arven, you have no way to find it. So yeah, this is a Pao Pidgeot, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's playing Pidgeot, if I remember correctly from last game. So there's attachment to active and a pass. I will be able to actually be able to do something this time. I don't really want to squawk. So I'll put Regidrago down. I will Nest Ball. I could grab a second Drago, or I could grab Diancie. Let's see. Raihan is there. We have both boss's orders. We have Goodra, we have Duraludon, we have Noivern, and we have all our paths and all of our energies. Yeah, how many do we prize at Regidrago? We didn't. Seeing more cards is always pretty good. We can't really ask for much better of a hand. We can get Altaria in the discard pile, which is a good attacker. I want to make sure I always have access to Drago next turn. And I honestly would be happy in an ideal world never benching Squawkabilly, because it's just such an easy prize to take late in the game. We do sort of run the risk without having Diancie in the active spot of just getting popped. We know our opponent has an Irida in hand, but do they have like the candy backs and boss? That'd be pretty silly. There's an Irida. I guess they could be playing cross switchers, and it wouldn't really matter whether we put Diancie up or not. There's backs and a Nest Ball, so one of that Nest Ball will be finding Pidgey. There's a candy and a backs. So yeah, Drampa's 100% getting knocked out. Hopefully there's no rope or cross switchers. Nest Ball, either finding another Pao. Okay, it's getting the Pidgey. Very important to establish an engine because it's just such a broken card. Especially you can cherry pick those superiors, you can cherry pick your stadiums, your boss's orders, your cross switchers, your canceling colones. I assume because there's cologne in there, we are facing a cross switchers build. But I haven't faced a ton of I haven't played a ton of Pidgeot Chien-Pao because not a lot of people are playing it right now. Like, everyone's playing Charizard, so it really means there's a lack of variety and a lot of stuff that you don't hit as much anymore. So we're gonna promote the Regidrago. Man, I wish I could Squawkabilly this turn. We'll Iono. We'll probably end up using Legacy Star so we can get some actual attackers in the discard pile. We can attack this turn, but with what? Okay, I kind of want to shuffle the deck because I know one of my Goodras and Altaria sitting at the bottom. So I'll give the deck a good shuffle there, and then we'll Legacy Star. Anything worthwhile? Literally nothing. This is ridiculous. No attacking options at all. So I guess we're using Outrage this turn. That's kind of dumb. Why deck? I'll grab the Ultra Ball for sure. And I already have an energy in hand. I guess we'll grab energy for next turn. Really, not a whole lot to work with. That Legacy Star was really bad. So Apex Dragon, and yeah, Outrage for 60. If the Drampa wasn't even knocked out, we'd have nothing to attack with. So I'm pretty sure this Drago is going to get knocked out, which is not good at all. Maybe we could have gone for a switch then and like tried to play hard to get, but I don't think that would have been super good because, oh, it probably would have been better than this. They're 5 energies down, so if they can just find a superior, this Drago is dead. Oh, I don't know. This deck has a lot of moving pieces, and we have to be able to get Geeta right away. We have to be able to get our attackers down. We have to be able to get our Dragos down to get Geeta onto them. So maybe it was correct to Squawk that first turn. Yeah, just having no attackers feels really bad. But we definitely can still come back in this matchup. It's not impossible. We've done it before. There's a Chien-Pao. We're going to see a superior and get knocked out, almost certainly. 6 energies. We know they have at least another one in. Whoa! No superior! What? Okay. I don't really know what my opponent was doing there, so we'll shoe for a shoe. I'll keep the other Drago. Alright, what we're going to do this turn is I'm an Ultra Ball, and we're just going to grab Dragonite, and we can set up all the boys. Because then we can Lumineon and grab the Dragonite, grab Research, and then Dragonite can load up this other Drago, so we can actually have some sort of attacking threat going. I was getting kind of upset there because I was pretty sure we were just going to get popped and we'd be pretty much dead, but our opponent did not have anything really. I'm going to grab the Noivern, and so then we're going to Apex Dragon and then copy Energy Hurricane, and this will thin our deck out of all these energies, get them in play, and this will be very good for us. So boom, boom, and we can load up for the Spike Draw if we ever need that. It is pretty hard to set up double Drago in this game, so I'm sort of still like in the workshop trying to come up with some other way to no one reading Discord any Pokemon. We press double Ultra Ball. I'm also trying to find some way to be able to close out games. Like my first thought was Radiant Charizard, and maybe pivot to more like Lost City and Collapse Stadium. The issue with Radiant Charizard is then we need probably to incorporate some Choice Belt, Defiance Band to be able to buff it up to 280, because 250 is not doing, it doesn't have a wide impact. There's not really any dragons that can like spread damage anywhere that I know of, aside from like Noivern or Noivern V, but that doesn't really, like 20 spread isn't going to do very much at all. So we kind of have to figure out a way to win games with like 2 Dragos. And I'd like some sort of other option maybe, or just if there's ever a way to set up 3. You really don't even need 3 though, because our opponent can usually just gust and find their last prizes on a Lumineon or a Squawk. So yeah, I'm still definitely working on this deck. It's not perfect yet. The set's only been out for a few days, and I really love playing Regidrago, and I know there's a lot of people who like playing it too, so I just wanted to get this list out here and at least give some other people just a starting point to go off of. If the Regidrago lives this turn, I would genuinely be shocked. Like, how would you not have a superior to be able to take this knockout? Like, you have Pidgeot play. Do you just not play superior? Okay, good. I was just so weird that you don't take that They didn't have Superior last turn. Like, they played Irida, right? Yeah, they played Irida, but then they didn't grab Superior, didn't play Superior. So yeah, this Drago will be getting knocked out, but luckily we set up the next one, so now this Drago is going to be able to take 4 prizes. Which sounds like a lot, but it's definitely not impossible. So there's 5 energies that are going to be dumped off. And what I want to be able to do now is go Path, Noivern, and Iono. Let's see, we binned one path. No path to the peaks. I'll promote Diancie just for now, so we can see what we have first. Squawk, not a relevant top deck. We have Noivern and Goodra. Altaria could also be a fun option this turn. So we're getting all of our attackers down. We have Duraludon to potentially take this one shot. Altaria for the sleep option. And we'll take a Lumineon. We can actually play a supporter this turn. I should have checked to see if the other Iono was in deck. I'm pretty sure it was from earlier. Yes, good. We would have been tilted. So I'll just drop this grass energy, and then we'll play Rope is really interesting because there's not really anything he wants to give me. I guess Pidgeot is the most reasonable one. I think I put Pidgeot to sleep. I think we just hit into this Chien-Pao. At the very least, we could go like Path Pulverization, which would be pretty good. There's Path. So we either can go, we're always dropping Path, but we either can use Noivern to make sure it's jammed. We can use Pulverization just to clear this Chien-Pao. We can put it to sleep. We could Rolling Iron. So many options. I think what I want to do this turn, just to like sort of solidify what we have going here, is I want a Dominating Echo. It'll be pretty hard for them to find 4 cards without any abilities that can let them win the game this turn. I suppose if this is a Water Energy, Superior Energy Retrieval. But they're down 7 energies and have no access to Shivery Chill. I guess they technically can't win the game this turn, but if this Drago goes down, then really we don't have any chance. So there's an Irida. So did they find everything? There's always an argument to us using Covert Flight this turn too, because then we are immune to damage and they need to come up with a way to bounce Stadium. Oh, and they're playing a Vacuum. Yeah, I think this Drago's gonna get knocked out then. Dang. Because yeah, this Quick Search finds Superior. So we're not totally dead yet. Because Quick, if they have 1 energy off Shivery Chill, they win. They have 8 total committed. I guess they could have 1 in hand as well. Let's see. We could, yeah, Superior. And what do they have 1 in hand? 8 is a little low, but yeah, we're probably not winning this game, honestly. They grabbed all 4. Super cold. Oh, I guess they just grabbed 4 and have the one here. What am I even talking about? So yeah, probably in hindsight should use Covert Flight. Sometimes having too many options is a bad thing because you overthink it. And like the Dominating Echo didn't do anything there because they played Lost Vacuum. So there you have it. That's all we have for Regidrago. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the win, but I was still able to show off sort of the resiliency of the deck and just all the different options you have. I probably misplayed there at the end and should have gone for Covert Flight, but you win some, you lose some. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out another video that I made about this brand new Glimmora deck alongside Palkia V-Star, then check out the video on screen right here. Thank you for watching.